we're talking about LA Knight. So LA Knight,
Yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley asked him about
If he got pushed too soon, too fast.
if he thought he was getting put on the back burner. And then so LA Knight's starting to explain that he's was concerned about maybe he was being pushed too quickly when it comes to Crown Jewel, like because he was in the main event with Roman Reigns for the world title at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. And so like, and he's relatively like started getting his popularity last year. And so he said jumping straight into the WWE Championship back at Crown Jewel was a little too fast, where I almost was worried it might make people go, they're not going to do this. They're not going to shove them down our throats like this, are they? Because there is that potential. At the same time, right now, I think I'm in a damn good spot. I don't know if I'm selling myself short so much as I'm just being cautiously optimistic. So, Rob, was there ever a concern like you were like, oh man, they're shoving me down the throats or anything like that, or you're just riding that momentum and just know that you're capable of handling a situation like that?
I'm not really sure I understand the question, but I'll just take your words literally.
Okay.
Because I was actually resending Renee the link.
Link.
You know,
Okay.
my attention was divided there. But if you're asking if I ever felt like I was shoved down people's throat, you know that the schedule was monotonous, ridiculous. I felt like so busy, you know. I seemed to hate it more than everyone else, which must be because I left.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guys, even the ones that talked about it, that acted like they hated it as much as me, are still there. You know, not no offense, Booker T. No, but some of them not. But you know, some Big Show. There was a bunch of guys that was, oh man, I'm gonna take a break or whatever. Then I was like, oh, I wasn't just talking. I mean, I have to disconnect, and I did have to, but I felt a lot during that time. Like, why do I have to be on every single TV? Like, why do I have to be on every Monday Raw, every SmackDown Tuesday, every pay-per-view? And, you know, now it sounds like what a thing to complain about, because of course you want to be used and you want to be over and you want to, you know, work the most, make the most money and all that. Of course, it's a, you know, ooh, I got too much work. That's, you know, it's a hell of a thing to complain about. But just to answer this question, I did feel like, you know, what if I was off, you know, like one Monday or something? Like, would that kill what you're doing with RVD? Is that going to kill my momentum? And I remember I did feel like that. I thought that the schedule was unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I thought. But I also wouldn't have thought that 3 hours of wrestling would have been a good move, because back then we were doing 2 hours, and I thought 2 hours felt like a lot, you know. So I would have been like, no, I don't think we need 3 hours. I think that's going to be way too much. And obviously, it must be a successful venture because they're still doing it. So, you know, what do I know?
Yeah. No, it's crazy too, because you mentioned it too a couple of weeks ago. Shad Gaspard told you it's almost like when you're in the WWE ecoscape that you're always constantly running a race, and it's just like you're always trying to get ahead, and there's never always going to be getting ahead of basically in it. And I think that's
it's always never ending.
Running that race, man. Running that race. Ms. Khan also gives a different perspective on that too, in regards to you. He says it's not comparable because RVD was already over it as fuck. An established guy when he got pushed quickly after joining WWE. So LA Knight's kind of making his hay right now and being pushed in that element. But it's it's an interesting perspective for sure. So, but yeah, so I wanted to get your thoughts on that.